Hello guys, and welcome to my review of Firma, which is an audio which I got for my birthday, as you saw previously in my birthday collection update. And so yes, like I said, I finally managed to get round to buying it, or getting it at least. So what can I say about this audio? Well, firstly I'll just go through the cover and the details of this audio. So the cover looks absolutely fantastic, as you can see. Just push the camera back a bit there, and we have Paul McGann and the Daleks and a particular villain down there. Paul McGann in Doctor Who Terra Firma, and we have with Julia Deakin, Terry Malloy and India Fisher as Charlie, and Conrad Westmers as Chris. So yes, if you have a look at the side, we have a nice white sort of display label, and it's the 72nd release. So we have more good artwork on the back. It's a 4-part story written by Joseph Lidster, and it's written. I'm not sure who it's written by. It just says, or directed by rather. So if you want to pause the screen and have a look at the blurb, it's a very good blurb, so you might want to pause it and read it. I love the bit where it says, "Their destiny is now." I thought that's a really nice touch. So if I just open the CDs, well, the CD cases for you. Here you have the disc and the booklet. So that's all good, and obviously you've got production notes inside. So now I'll just tell you my thoughts on Terra Firma. So obviously going into this, I was extremely excited to listen to it. I listened to it the day on my birthday, sort of in the evening, and then I finished some of it the day after. I only had a little bit left, which was good to listen to, and I honestly loved it. I really enjoyed it. I'm so glad I've got it, because I wasn't not sure what to expect from it, because obviously it's Paul McGann audio and it features the Daleks and a particular character. I'll just say it because it's Davros, because Terry Malloy is in the story, and Paul McGann and Terry Malloy work fantastically together. They really do stand out. After watching J.R. Khan reviews of this, he said Terry Malloy completely steals this audio, and I couldn't agree more. He really does shine. Terry Malloy is my favourite Davros, especially now after listening to this. I know I really like the original Davros played by Michael Wisher, but to me, I think Terry Malloy is an absolute brilliant Davros. You could say it's a bit unfair because obviously Terry Malloy has been a lot more television stories, but I think Terry Malloy is just a fantastic Davros. I think he really does stand out here. And Paul McGann also is a great Doctor. I've started to like his Doctor a lot more. I've got about 3 Paul McGann stories at the moment. I've got Terra Firma, obviously, and I've got the Silver Turk, and that's about it. And Zagreus as well. So, but I'm not sure if that's a solid 8th Doctor story, as there are other Doctors, I think. But yes, Terra Firma is a fantastic story. Obviously, there's a particular planet on the front cover. I won't tell you what that is, because J.R. Khan reviews and tell you, and it is quite a major plot point of the story as well. So I won't tell you, what the planet is, because it might just ruin, the sort of story. But it's a great story. It's parts 1 and 2 are a little bit slow, but you know, the opening scene to the whole sort of story, if you like, sort of the pre-title sequence at the very beginning, is fantastic. It's marvelous. It really is. I completely love it. I was sort of in shock just to realise how good it was. Davros at the beginning is incredibly sort of evil and sort of sinister and very secretive. Well, not secretive, but sort of very dark. And you don't know what he's going to do next. But there are certain points in the story where he does, become more insane. He's obsessed with power, and he wants to have complete power of his own race, because of course the Daleks did in fact betray him in Genesis of the Daleks, and that's another thing. With this story, you probably will have to watch Genesis of the Daleks and Remembrance of the Daleks. If you haven't watched those, which I'll be surprised if you haven't, but if you haven't watched those stories, and I suggest you watch those stories first before you get into this particular audio. But honestly, Terra Firma is a fantastic story. I'm very pleased with it. The writer, Joseph Lidster, has done a fantastic job here. I'm sure he's written other brilliant audios, which I should try and dig into one day. So yeah, highly recommended this audio. I think this audio is sort of like a love it or you hate it. It's a bit of a Marmite, I think. I'm not too sure. I'll have to double check with the Big Finish Listeners Facebook group. But really though, it's fantastic. I couldn't, recommend a better audio. It's my favourite audio that I've got at the moment. Because I've loved Enemy of the Daleks for quite a long time, and this is sort of joint with that. So thank you for watching my review of Terra Firma. My overall rating would be a 9 out of 10. So thanks for watching, and my next video will be a review of Jubilee.